Being computer literate doesn't end in just understanding what computer is all about. Okay, it also requires that you understand the different parts that makes up computer. In fact, as someone who is computer literate, if you come in a room whereby a computer that different parts of computer are dismantled, okay, you are required to be able to know how to connect these different parts together to function, to start functioning. Okay, you are not required to fix computer when they are bad, as someone is just basically computer literate, but how to connect different parts of computer to enable them function is one thing that is required of you as someone who is computer literate. And it starts with understanding the different parts of computer, and that's what I'm going to be helping you do in this video. So in this video I'm going to help you understand the seen part of computer system. Then we're going to look at the unseen part of a personal computer. These are those parts that you find inside the casing of your computer. Then we'll look at some computer peripherals and different ports for connecting computer peripherals. So this is what we're going to be looking at in this video. So endeavor to watch to the end. Also grab your notepad to take notes as we go through this video. Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. This is Emmanuel Onyewuchi. I'm the founder of learnver.com. Learnver is the new school online for the next breed of digital optimizer. Our goal is to help 100,000 people optimize the online space, create impact and freedom for themselves. We believe if anyone needs to optimize the online space, the person has to have basic digital skills, and developing basic digital skills start with having basic ICT skills, because it is ICT that enables the whole online world we live in today. And that's why we are publishing insightful videos, training and guides on computer related skills, ICT and digital skills. So endeavor to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications, so that whenever we publish this insightful video, you get updates and you not miss a thing from us. Okay, so let's get started on today's video. So we are going to be looking at the basic parts of computer system. So look at what we mean by basic part of computer. So this is actually known as the seen part of the computer system. So these are those parts, once they are connected together, the computer actually functions. Okay, so we have the CPU as part of it, the CPU, the monitor, the keyboard and the mouse. So they are actually what is known as the system unit. So you can actually have something that is way more smaller than this. For example, this is a tower model, but you can also have a desktop model. A desktop model is going to be more smaller in flat mode that can sit on top of a desk. So these are what is known as the seen part of a computer system. There are also unseen parts which can be found inside of these casings like this. But what you have like this is also what we have today as laptop. So what you have as a laptop today is just a modernized form of a complete set of a computer unit. Okay, so these are the seen part of a computer system: the monitor, the keyboard and the mouse. And we also have the unseen part. So the unseen part are those parts that you always find inside the casing of a computer system. It comprises of the motherboard. The motherboard is a panel, like a panel. This is where other peripherals and components of the computers are connected. Okay, so this is where they sit. So you also have like the memory. So we have the memory in forms of RAM. Okay, this is actually the primary memory in your computer system. This is actually what is used to store information while computer is being worked on data. Then we also have the processor, the brain, which is known as the brain of the computer. It contains also other components like the control unit, the memory unit and the arithmetic and logic unit. These are just the different parts of the processor. So the processor is a little chip or device that looks more like a chip. So this is like where the instructions of how computer should work and should process data. This is actually where it's stored. So there are different companies that makes processor, and there are also different speed and capacity of processor. But these are things that you don't see by physically looking at a laptop or a desktop. You always find them inside the casing of your computer. So another thing is the RAM. So the RAM is the permanent storage capacity of the computer. So it's stuff that looks like this is also found inside the casings. and also you have the ROM is always seated on your motherboard. So what you should understand is that all these components we talked about, even the scene part of the computer like the keyboard, mouse, monitor, they are always connected to the motherboard, indirectly or directly to the motherboard, because the motherboard is where that houses all these components. Okay, so this is the unseen part of a computer system. This is the part that works on your data, but you barely see them by just looking at your device, your computer, either desktop, tower model, or laptop. So let's look at computer peripherals. Now the peripherals here, the computer don't need them to function. These are just tools that can be used to enhance the functionalities of the computer. Now what does it mean? Without the peripheral, computer can still work perfectly well. So you have like printer. Printer is used to produce document in hard copy. If you want to print out stuff, use printer. Speaker to actually output device that is used to send out voice. Okay, some speakers, some system has inbuilt speakers which actually might not classify as a peripheral, but if you want to enhance the sound that comes out from your computer, you might need an external speaker, microphone, to send in an audio data to your computer. Just like I'm recording this and I'm using a microphone to send in my voice. So you have joystick. Joystick comes in different form. One of them is something like this, but joystick is just known as gamepad, mostly gamepad, what you can use to play games with your computer. They also have webcam. Okay, in most cases you might have a desktop computer or tower model. Tower model are those big cased computer, so you might not have a webcam on it. Most laptops today come with web camera. So if you want to capture yourself with your desktop or laptop, or you want to enhance, let's say your laptop has a camera but it doesn't have a better capture, you can actually use an external camera. So all these things classified under computer peripherals. There are a lot of them also you might come across, but just know that anything that is classified under computer peripherals, the computer don't need it to function. Computer can work without them. Okay, so that is it about computer peripherals. So how do you connect devices to your desktop model? Let's start with desktop model or laptop model. Now if you want to connect a device to your desktop model, you need to check the back. Okay, some of these ports you find them in the back. So if you are looking at a desktop model or tower model, you always have the power in. Now this is like where you have to connect to send in power to the system. So there's going to be a connector, more like a female connector with this same with a female hole. This one is called a male hole. A male hole will have a pin, then a female hole will have just hole on the connector. So this is actually where you can connect to the power source to bring lights to the system. Then also you have this PS2 mouse port and keyboard. This is actually an old connector, but if you find some desktop computer today, they still make use of this. You also find some keyboard and mouse coming in this connector. So if you look at the back of your desktop or computer, if you find this port here, they are used to connect keyboard. So the keyboard is going to also have the same male connector, which is going to be with like a pin. So you just need to place it directly here. It's going to go in and your keyboard will be able to function. Then also you have VGA port. So if you are using a desktop computer, the VGA port is used to connect the monitor. So the other end is going to go to your monitor. So the other end will now come to this port here. So it's also going to come, the port that is going to come here is going to come with a male connector. This is a female connector. The female connector has hole. Then the male connector will come with pin. So it's going to sit here comfortably, and the other end is going to go to your monitor. You'll be able to have a view of what is happening inside this casing. Now this serial port is an old connector, so you'll barely find it today. It has been replaced by USB port. So most of the devices most of the peripherals you connect to your computer today, they come in USB ports, universal serial bus. Now this is actually one of the technology that actually advance what can be connected to a computer. So a lot of devices today come in USB port. It's very flexible and very convenient to connect device through USB. Okay, so your keyboard, your mouse today come in USB port, your webcam, your microphone, your different printers also, they come in USB port. This DVI port also is used to connect printer, but this is an old connector. You barely find them today. Most printer today comes in USB port. Then you have internet cable. Now if you are running a local area network or wired networking in your business or in your home, now this is where you're going to be connecting a cable that will connect to the central router or switch which distributes network in the environment. So the end of the port is called this is RJ45. We have RJ11 for telecommunication. Some systems also have that, but this one is RJ45, which is used for connecting network cables. So with this now you can connect your computer to a home network or a local area network. Then also you have audio ports and microphone. So some microphone today come in this audio port. You find if you look at it, you find a symbol representing either is microphone. Also here you can connect your earpiece and all that. Okay, to you can also connect your speaker using this port. Okay, so you have expansion slot. Now expansion slot mostly used for engineers. Expansion slot is mostly used if any device in the motherboard is having issues. Let's say this port is no longer working, you can go to market and get a slot for printer and connect it through the expansion slot. So these are the peripherals. The idea here is that whenever you come across a computer and you are given all the necessary cables to connect it together, you should be able to connect them together. That is the idea of understanding different ports to connecting peripherals to your computer. Now this is on the desktop, so let's look at it on a laptop. Now this is actually what it looks like on a laptop. You also have the VGA connector. Now the VGA port in laptop is used to extend the screen of your laptop. So even though you have your screen built into this compatible case, you can also extend it to a external monitor, or in most cases, let's say your screen is bad, you can extend the screen of your monitor to a external monitor. Also you can use it for projection and all that. So you also have USB. This is a USB 3.1. This is a higher version of the normal USB 2, you know. This can be very faster than regular USB, you know, than regular USB 2.0. Then this is a smart card reader. This is for reading memory cards and all that. You can use this to read content in your memory card. So you also have a different version of USB on this kind of monitor. Now not all monitor has this. Okay, this is also another form of display. With this you can extend the screen of your monitor to a television. There are television that enables this display port, so you can use this. Now this also has a combo port. Now this means in some system you have 3 ports, audio, the microphone and all that, but this means combo port means that you can connect audio, microphone, earpiece, everything. You can speaker, you can connect them in just using this one port. Then also the Ethernet slot is also here. This is for connecting your laptop to a network, either local area network or home network. The USB 3.1, this also replaces most system you find USB 2.0. So this is also deck point, memory card slots, and this is for power. Now this is just to help you understand the different ports and know what they are used for. Okay, so in any case you need to connect a peripheral to your laptop or to your device. You know what where to connect them and what those ports represent. Okay, so that is it. That is basically about the basic part of your computer, the on-SIM part, the SIM part, the peripherals, and different ports to connecting them in your desktop and your laptop. So that is it for this video. So if you have any questions, endeavor to ask through the comment section or tab. Okay, and also subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and give us a thumbs up on this video to help us reach more people with it. Okay, so that is it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.